Little. Good evening. My name is Lowe-Gibson, and I am in the interviewing skills human service class. I have a guest here by the name of Nedrea Miller, and I am pleased to be able to interview you today, and I appreciate you letting me do this being a part of my course here. Tonight I'm going to ask a few questions about some personal, a personal situation, and just kind of get some feedback on how I, relate to Nedrea's issues and how can I help in any way. And Nedrea, if you have anything that you don't feel comfortable about saying in this course, let me know. It's fine. I'm okay with that. You just, whatever you feel comfortable with talking about, that's what we'll talk about.
Okay.
If you don't feel comfortable, let me know.
Okay.
Put up a finger. Okay. The first, we're going to start with anything that you want to talk about. Well, I'm going to ask you what you want to talk about tonight.
I want to talk about the blending of families and running a crazy household.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
My dilemma today is, basically I just had a newborn, and then my oldest son, he's in daycare, he's in preschool.
Okay. All right.
And my boyfriend's son, he is in school. He's a first grader. He's 6 years old.
Okay.
And he also goes to a different daycare across town.
Okay.
So today I was tasked with to go pick up the kids from school, come home, try to do some breast pumping and feeding for the newborn before I could leave back out.
Okay.
But when I get back home, the kids are like, they scatter everywhere. They scatter everything across the floor. A clean house easily turns into like something that has never been touched before.
More like
And I'm just like,
chaotic situation.
yes.
Okay. I truly understand where you're coming from.
Okay.
Okay. What my thing is, what do you feel can eliminate a lot of this chaotic,
Well, I try to
issue?
get them to help clean up and stay organized. My son, the 3-year-old, he'll go ahead and vacuum, help me pick up stuff.
Okay.
But as soon as I tell the 6-year-old, which is my boyfriend's son, can you vacuum? Can you clean up? He runs off, and then it's like, oh, you can't tell me what to do.
Oh, okay. We have one of those kind of situations.
Yes.
Okay.
Even though his dad says that, I can punish him.
Yeah.
I don't feel comfortable doing that.
I got you.
So
I truly understand that. It's a hard pill to swallow. It really is. And I think in those kind of situations, you just have to. Is the mother involved with the baby? The 6-year-old.
Yeah, she's involved.
Okay.
Actually, he is actually over for a week long.
Oh,
Usually he comes over every other weekend.
Okay.
But
All right.
she's going in the middle of a procedure for a hospital. So we're keeping him for this entire week and weekend.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, this is my issue with. This is how I would probably try to solve it. Maybe talk to the mother. I know you don't feel comfortable with disciplining the baby, the young man, but I think if you spoke to her and maybe if you let her know that I don't feel comfortable, and I kind of want your blessing as well. I know I got it from him, my boyfriend, but I would like for you, just to be a little bit where you feel a little bit more secure in what you're doing. Is it okay if I not whoop him, but just let him know that I mean business when I say clean up or whatever, and see how she feels about that? Is that what your issue is mainly with her, or?
Well, my thing is, maybe I just don't feel comfortable myself.
Okay.
Because I know, like, let's say a couple weeks ago, I took them skating.
Okay.
And none of the kids skated. We spent all this money, we put the skates on, and they sat down the whole time.
All right.
So I explained to my boyfriend what happened, who relayed the message to his mother, the mother of his child. And then she calls me. She's like, "Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. Let me speak to him." And she gets on the phone with him, talks to him, and makes him apologize. So Me and her, we have a good working relationship when
Okay.
it comes to co-parenting
Okay.
and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. Something about me disciplining someone else's
child.
Yeah.
I understand.
Yeah.
It is difficult because I think nowadays there are more blended families than really ever before.
Right.
You know, so and you do feel kind of uncomfortable with disciplining someone else's child, even though they're in your home. It's like it's catch-22 because you don't want to make them hate you.
Right.
You don't want them to say, I don't want to go over there no more. Or, you know, it's always going to be some kind of feedback because he is 6.
Right.
So, you know, and he does talk.
I know.
So,
like, I allow my boyfriend to discipline my 3-year-old because he's around him 24/7, basically.
Right.
When he's not at home, he's around both of us.
right.
So it's been like this for over a year. You
Okay.
know?
Okay.
So now it's just like, I'm okay with that.
Yeah. Yeah.
And also, his dad isn't really involved.
Well,
that.
yeah, I understand.
So it's like he is the main father figure.
Right.
When it comes to the 6-year-old, I'm just like, I don't know. And then he also has an 11-year-old daughter,
Okay.
but she's not around as much.
Okay.
But when
Okay.
she does come around, it's like me and her, we have a good relationship. Like
Oh, that's wonderful.
you know, she's not like bratty
Okay.
like the 6-year-old.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what? And then too, I'm thinking the 6-year-old, he's a boy, and you have 2 boys.
Yes.
You just had a new baby.
Right.
He might be feeling some type of way,
Yeah.
you know, because they do get a little jealous at that age.
I was thinking
know.
that too because
Mhm.
I noticed my 3-year-old, he's getting jealous. I mean, but they both,
yeah.
both the 3-year-old and 6-year-old, they'll both help out with
Yeah.
the baby. But sometimes they're like, I want to be the baby too.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Yep.
so-
I can kind of, I understand that one. That's it's just a situation where it's like, okay, we just all have to grow together.
Right.
And as long as he comes over, I think more like he's doing now. This is a longer stretch. Huh? This is the
Right.
longest he's
Well,
been with you
No, he
guys.
stayed with us for longer periods
Oh,
of
okay.
time.
Okay.
But like over the summer, for example, he stayed over for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
We did okay.
Okay.
But now going back to school, and then he's also in football practice.
Okay.
So we had to do football practice, and he's so tired. Then on Monday, when he first went back to school, he got a yellow color, which is like one of the bad colors,
Ooh.
because he fell asleep in school. So I was telling my boyfriend, look, they need to go to bed early. Like
Yeah.
11 o'clock is too late.
Yeah.
And when they're here, they need to go to bed at 9.
Right.
So him hearing that conversation was like, you can't tell me what time to go to bed. My mom says I can go to bed at 11.
Mm.
And I'm like, well, you're over here, and you have to make sure you stay up in class and you get your good green colors,
Right.
you know? So it's like, I feel like I'm more of an enforcer when it
Yeah.
comes to
That's what
rules.
I was just about to say. It
And
sounds more
Maybe
like that.
like
Mm-hmm.
the mother is kind of laid back, but I do understand she does get off of work late. By the time she takes them from practice at 8 o'clock, they live on the west side. Then they have to eat dinner.
Okay.
Then they have to do homework. So
Okay.
I understand him going to bed late over there.
Yeah.
But when he's over here, it's like it has
This
to
is
be
what this is the way it is.
Yes.
Now I did hear you say that he does say, "Oh, I don't want to. You can't make me." That kind of attitude.
Right.
So I'm thinking, or maybe have you spoken to his dad about like, well, I mean, he's doing this like not to me, but how does he act with his dad?
Okay, so before this week,
Mm-hmm.
my boyfriend would see what's going on. He nips it right in the bud. Like I don't even have
okay.
to say anything.
Okay, all right.
Now this week, it's like he's not only lashing out at me, he's also lashing out at my boyfriend.
Oh,
Like he's testing the both of us, and we're just like, if you don't stop, we're gonna show you business. You know?
Yeah. Oh boy.
Right. So,
Yeah, that sounds like he's going through a little bit of a
Like
bratty
stage.
because this we don't want to see it, but it is true. There's a newborn baby in the house, and that baby is getting tons of attention.
I know. That's why I've been trying to like put the baby on his schedule,
Yeah.
make sure he sleeps in his crib, so
Right.
when it's still like daytime, the kids can stay up with us, and you know, we show them love and
Yeah,
affection.
but they're still
But-
important as well.
Yeah, but I guess it's like it's not doing enough.
Yeah, it's difficult. I think with this whole blended family, newfound blended family thing.
Mm-hmm.
It is difficult.
Yes.
It's unfortunate, but I think he's young enough where he'll get over it. I think he'll get over this. This is just a phase.
When?
Yeah, this is just a phase because he's 6.
Mm-hmm.
Now he's about to go to kindergarten.
No,
first grade.
He's in
First grade,
right now.
right.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well, you know what? Yeah, he'll get over it because they teach him more now in kindergarten to like share and
Okay.
so he'll be fine.
Okay.
Well, this is the end of our segment, and I would like to thank you
Thank
for
you so
allowing
much.
me to interview you.
Oh, you're
I
very
appreciate
welcome.
it. And let's hope we work on that. You work on that
Trying.
family issue.
Trying.
Thank you. Have a good evening.